Hello, hello. Okay, so this is gonna be back and I'm throwing in some legs. We're gonna do a little bit of legs, hamstrings, and calves, all right, and some glutes. So we're gonna see how that feels today, and I think it's gonna be just fine. So we're gonna start with a one arm row to a fly. So you want your bench. On your good side, you can lift your knee and rest your arm on the bench, all right? So my back is nice and flat. So we're rowing and flying, all right? So what makes this more difficult is that fly right there, all right? So if you typically row with like a 20 or a 15, you're not gonna use that on the fly. There's just no way, especially right now. So I'm using a 12, which is a little low for my row, but a little high for my fly. I like to do 10s with flies. So see what's comfortable for you. Doing it this way with the reps this way, it's gonna fatigue that muscle a lot faster than if you were just doing a single row. So it's okay to, allow that weight to be just a little bit lighter since we're doing a two-part move here. I cannot do 12 of these. There's no way with a 12 I can fly out. Fly. Belly sucked in. All right, you wanna be feeling this. And back. So you're feeling like behind the shoulder blade into the mid traps and up into the upper traps here, okay? On the other side, you may just not, whatever side is the bad knee, you may just not want to kneel, and that's fine. You can do it this way. Both of my knees are just slightly bent, back is still flat, okay? So row and fly. Row and two. Everybody has a weaker side. This is mine. 4, row, really squeeze into that shoulder blade on the fly, row, 6, row, 7, you can always use a ball if you're ever somewhere and you don't have a bench, you can use a ball for this. 9, core nice and tight. Now I'm starting to feel my core kick in because I did abs before this. That's 10, go to 12 if you feel like you can. That's all I got. Okay, so deadlifts. So when you do these, you're working the hamstring up into the glutes. So I'm gonna show you from the side. My knees are soft, shoulders are back. You're not gonna squat at all. This is a flat back, so this is more of a straight leg deadlift, all right? So all hamstring, and then pull up through the heel, squeeze the glutes at the top. Nice flat back, tabletop. Picture if you put a glass of water on my back, it's not gonna fall, all right? So you're not going down here. That's not happening. So tabletop, and up. All right. 4. Weights with an ACL, just to try it, let's just try it first with the super light weights. If you feel like this is totally fine for me, and I think it should be, you can go up, but don't go too heavy to start. Maybe 8s, 10s. Deadlifts you can do heavy, but not to start. You wanna make sure the form is good. All right, flat back and squeeze. Down, belly sucked in, squeeze. Let's do like 4 more, especially since we're doing light weights. 3, 2, and 1, and good. Okay, weights down. Let me know how those felt. Sorry, I keep coming over to the side because my computer with the write out is over here. All right. Inchworm to 2 push-ups. This is great for stretching the hamstrings. So deep breath up, blow it out. Let's touch the toes. Walk out to a plank. All right, we're doing 2 push-ups. 1, 2. Walk back, tap the toes. Don't stand. Actually, just do like a half lift. It's like in yoga. Half lift, hands to the shins, and then walk right back out. We're going through this 5 times. So 2. And 1, walk back, and touch your toes, and then half lift to tabletop. Good, and walk out. That half lift just forces the hamstring to work a little bit more. I figure we might as well keep the rest of the body, the legs, as strong as we can. While we're doing so much upper body here, keep the legs strong for when you get out of that surgery. All right, walk it up, and touch. I think that was 3, right? This is 4. Should be getting tough. And you might even feel it into those triceps. That's fine. Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Last one. Down and down. Walk it out. Touch your toes. Stay bent over for a second. Let your head hang. And then bend at the knee slightly. And roll all the way up. Okay. So, you're gonna go back. Take a breath, like a minute. Arm, row to fly, okay? Second set of all three of those exercises. 2 arm rows on the bench. This is gonna look awkward, and it's fine. I'm gonna put my bench on the first, from a flat position, that first kind of rung. I'm gonna show you why. So we're gonna do a 2 arm row. So grab like heavier weights. You can stay in heavier weights here. I'm gonna lean forward, flat on the bench. All right, my legs are coming kind of behind me. So I'm like really laying on the bench here. I like to kind of just put my chin on the bench and row it up. Row 2. You can also do this. It's whatever's comfortable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This really forces the back to be the only thing working. 10, 11, and 12. Oh. Those are tougher than they look. Okay, what's next? Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Hold on, I'm here. Calf raises, calf raises. So no weight or a light weight here. Toes face forward. We're gonna do 12 times 2 different ways. So I just put the weights here on my shoulders to give my hands a break, but toes face forward, calf raise up. 2, 3. You can do these on a stair if you want to do them with no weights. I would hold like a railing and do them on a stair so your heels can go a little bit further down, of course, past the stair. These are just fine like this if you don't have a stair. 10, kind of lost count, 11, that's okay. And 12, okay. Toes out, heels in. There's 3 different parts to the calf muscle, so working them in 3 different ways, although I'm not gonna do the twist in because of the knee, but I always do toes face front, toes face out with heels together like this, and then I'll show you the next one, but I don't want you to do it yet. Wait until you get that surgery. Totally lost count. I'm just going based on, is it burning? 3, 2, but aim for like 15, 15, especially with a lightweight, or even 20, 20. The next one would be toes in, heels out. Again, I think that's gonna be really uncomfortable on the knee, so don't do that. Glute thrust. You can do this on the bench or the ball. If you're doing it on the bench, it's all the way flat. And let me see if I can show you here. It's kind of awkward to get into this position on the bench. That's the only thing. So I'm gonna be here, grabbing my weights. If you're on the ball, you just kind of roll forward onto the ball. So my upper back is on the bench, come down, thrust. I don't like it on the bench. So if you have a ball, or even a couch is more comfortable, that's what I'm gonna have you use. So have a seat on the ball. Weights go on the hips. You're rolling forward. Let me get enough space here to roll forward. You need enough space to be able to significantly roll forward, so don't be in front of a wall. So come here. All right, my hips are up. My upper back is on the ball. Knees are underneath, feet are under my knees, and I'm just dropping my hips, thrust up through the heels. Down and 2. You can feel this in your glutes and into your hamstrings. 4, so the further out your feet are from your body, the more hamstring this works. The closer they are, and no closer than directly under your knees, it's more glute, but you'll still get the hamstring. So, you know, try to just go somewhere in the middle. You want to feel this as you thrust up. Make sure you're giving yourself a nice little squeeze. Squeeze right there into the glutes. I'm feeling the burn. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, those are brutal. They're always brutal. Okay, so let's see. You're gonna go to the 2 arm rows on the bench, the calf raises, and the glute thrusts for a second set. Muffin tops, lat pulls, and clamshells. So muffin tops, don't need the bench anymore. You're gonna lay flat on the ground, and we're gonna do these, you can see me, 20 times. Okay, so we're here, arms are out, squeezing up, and when you come out, you're hovering. Pull and hover. 2, 3, 4, breathe, 5, 6, 8. Really pull those elbows down. You're squeezing those shoulder blades. 10. I'm feeling it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, feel that fatigue. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Okay. I like to come back into child's pose just to stretch. It's optional. All right, lat pulls. So you want like a 12 to 15. You'll pretty quickly be able to get to even a 20 on this. 10 is going to be, if you don't have that heavy of a weight, like a 12, 15, 20, I would go with 2 8s maybe, or maybe 2 8s. You're gonna go over your head and tap. So I want your legs to be straight. The reason for this is it works more core when your legs are straight. So my weight is in my heels, my lower back is rounded into the ground, and I'm pulling from my lats, which are under here, that kind of back, that sports bra back fat that we all kind of complain about, right? So you touch, and you pull. This is not a tricep extension where you're bending at the elbows. The arms are mostly straight, okay? Watch that low back. Make sure it doesn't arch. It's gonna wanna arch. So if you keep it rounded, you're gonna work into that core. Lower back is rounded on the ground. Breathe out. All right, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. All right, the weight's down. Now clamshells, you can do these with no band. If you have a band, let me show you what kind of band I mean. One of these, okay? These are fantastic. Once you get into physical therapy, they're gonna require you have one of these, I promise. Physical therapists love these bands for glutes. So what I'm doing here is putting the band above my knee. If you don't have the band, just disregard. You can do this movement without the band. But this does add a lot of something to it. So it's gonna feel like you're lifting weights. This is gonna work into your smaller glute muscles. So knees are bent, feet are together, and we're just opening, like picture a clamshell. Clamshell open and down. 3, 4, 5, and you'll feel it right here. 6, 7, glute med, glute min. This is not glute max. 10, we could do a lot with this band, so I'm actually gonna send this to you as something to buy. You might as well have it. 14, that's 15. If you feel like if you don't have the band, I would pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Oh my, yep, I felt every bit of that. I love these. I do these, if you ever get into running, these are fantastic before a run, warm up the glute muscles. They're really good before you do any kind of leg work, standing leg raises, things like that. I use these all the time with my clients that I see here in person. And anyone I train online, like FaceTime online, I have them get one of these bands when we start. So I wasn't sure because of the ACL, like if you'd even get a ton of use out of it, but with something like this, you can use it for sure. And you might as well get it again. You're gonna need it for PT for sure. I've lost count, but it's really burning. So we're gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you could stretch this. Just bring your leg forward. Give yourself a little smack with your hand. Ooh, that feels good. Okay. From there, you are going back to the muffin tops, the lat pulls and the clench-hills again for a second set, and then go up to the top to that one arm rotafly, go through everything for a third set with no break, okay? That's about it. Let me know how it goes.